Hello, lovely ones. Here we are gathered once again to clear these codes, these emotion codes of pain and hardship and despair from our energy centers. Thank you so much for connecting and for allowing yourself to have this time to move together, to connect together as a collective who are all searching to release these massive embedded codes and imprints of pain, so that when we release these from our own being, we can bring a ripple effect, a beautiful effect of light and ripple into the places where we are. The more clear we can be, the better it is for those around us. And you know that those days when you are having like a real grumpy pants day, it just seems that everything goes wrong and everyone's in a bad mood and everyone's snapping at each other. And likewise, on the days when we are feeling a little better within ourselves, or we're feeling a little upbeat or cheerful or a little bit ridiculous, silly and hilarious, that everybody else seems to pick that up as well. And that's how energy works. When we clear our own being of all the pain and the imprints and all the signals, it moves into the field around us, and it supports and it uplifts those around us. And the wonderful thing about working with energy is that it doesn't just uplift us in this moment. It uplifts into the quantum field beyond what we can imagine, and it clears these ancient pathways backwards and forwards. So I always think that for those of us who have got family who are still moving beyond our life, and for the idea of life continuing beyond our own life, what a wonderful gift that is, to plant a legacy where we don't hold a stagnant code, a stagnant emotional cord that is wrapping around us and confining and restricting our ability to be the being that we were meant to be able to resonate in the highest vibration of light and love, and to find the place where we truly know ourselves as full, clear light and love potential. It is possible, and we know that because our hearts are yearning for this all the time. If your heart is yearning for something that resonates with harmony or peace or grace or love, it's because you are being asked to bring it in. So let's bring it in. Let's bring it in together, and let's hold the space. And thank you for you and for being here and holding you with such care and kindness and integrity. And I ask that you really do that now. As we unwrap these cords, let us try and get to the place in our being where we can understand that what we are feeling, these are lingering sensations, feelings and emotions, and if we attach to them, we just continue the drama karma story. So if we can now just come into the place where we're willing to see these wounds within us, but not attached to them in the way of saying, I am this pain. No claiming of the pain, just a willingness to hold it, a willingness to know it, a willingness to feel it, and a deep, loving, longing willingness to heal it. If you can feel it, you can heal it. And remember that there is a webinar that I've also posted that will support you in that. If you can feel it, you can heal it. If you can understand that concept, you will know how mighty this is, that we can do this amazing work. So let's settle in now as we begin to unwrap the emotional code of conflict. And we all have that one in our lives. We've all known what it's like to be in a place of conflict with ourselves and with others. And we felt what it's like to be on both sides of it. So isn't that great? We've now got 2 points of view, 2 perspectives through which we can move. That as the one who is creating the conflict, and that as the one who has received the brunt of that conflicting energy. So hold both of those awarenesses now, and let's drop in and let's hold the sacred space together. All right, my treasures, wriggle in, take a deep breath. When we hear the bell, we'll take these gentle breaths and we'll come on in and trust the guidance to hold us. Hold yourself in a gentle space now. create this beautiful sanctuary around you, and let's ask our guides, divine presence, our angels, the higher self, to be present with us and to hold us and to help us. And here is our bell. Take a deep breath in. Feel like you're welcoming in the stream of life, and you're making space in your beautiful body for this beautiful breath of life to fill you up to capacity. And when you get to that point, gently, slowly release this breath. Allow the breath to come in and out through the nostrils. For a little while, just stay right here and allow yourself to slow you down with this beautiful breath. Taking a gentle breath in through the nostrils, sipping it into your being. And then gently a long, slow release of that same breath. Take an in-breath. And the out-breath. In-breath. Out-breath. In-breath. Now go into your own time and allow the soothing of this rhythm to come back into your system. If you begin to feel ignited or anxious, just let your breath slow you down. Come back to this beautiful, perfect rhythm and allow the comfort of your breath, the familiarity of this breath, the pattern and the routine, to slow you right down, to help you to ground and hold the space that you're in without reacting into your system. We'd love to be able to do this work just enough to feel it, to heal it. If we're creating reactive energy, then we are not going to be able to do such a good job. So remember this little game of just using your breath and soothing your own being whenever anything arises that you no longer wish to hold or that might be causing a little agitation or anxiety in your being. So as we go in now and we create this beautiful pod around us, an energy bubble, visualize that. And here you are being held in a sacred space, a space that you are creating from your heart, a space that fills this entire room that you're in with this beautiful energy. And see yourself encapsulated right inside of it. And then feel the connection to you in this beautiful mortal form by touching your heart. And feel your heartbeat. And feel the rise and fall of your breath. And we thank this beautiful mortal form for holding us in this life. And then drop your weight. Drop everything that you've been holding. Allow it to be dropped right down into the arms of gravity. Feel how beautiful that is, falling back into the wings of angels. There is nothing for you to hold or do, pursue, no performance required. You are in your own sanctuary space, and you can hold yourself here lovingly and delicately. Hold your mortal form with immense love and regard, and thank your mortal form for feeling so much of the content of this life journey. And then thank the memory within you, the codes and the imprints that are embedded into you, that are holding the imprints and knowledge, the experiences of all those who've gone before. And in this moment, as deeply as you can go into the energy of gratitude, let us now bring an absolute energy of love, kindness, and gratitude to those who went before us. In this moment, we hold them with immense regard, compassion, and kindness, unconditional, loving regard. Let's hold them with immense honor and see if you can stay in this place without erupting into any kind of guilt or shame or blame, recrimination, hate or anger. Just try and stay right there. And in the gentleness of this energy, just imagine that everyone who went before, that bore the pain of their life experience, they were doing the best that they could in the time that they could. They made choices that today seem completely unreasonable, irresponsible, absolutely not okay. But remember that the damaged energy is passed on from generation to generation, and it distorts our perspective. Ask your being, your beingness now. Can I stand here within my own beautiful being of light and love? And can I beam love to those who've gone before? And without hesitation, can I send them deep gratitude and kindness? Can I radiate the energy of forgiveness to them? And could I forgive me for holding whatever grievance I've been holding for so long? Is it possible for me to let this go so that we might grow again? Could I let this wound go? Is it possible for me to do that? Just ask that of your being. Don't demand it. Just ask. Would it be okay if we just let this go now? Would it be okay if we held our own human form with the idea that we have no idea of what it was like before? And from the perspective that I'm in now, it is not the same perspective that was. The times were different. The choices were very hard. Ask your being, can you settle down into this space? And can we bring in the energy of conflict? Imagine that you bring it in now to the space around you. If you could view it now as if you were sitting comfortably in a theatre seat and you are watching a movie of the conflict that you have known in your life. And you can see it playing out in front of you. That you have the perspective now of the witness. And you are watching what is unfolding. Could you remain in this space of love and compassion? Could you regard what you are seeing right now through the lens of kindness and love, unconditional love? And could you feel a great love, kindness, compassion towards those who are playing here upon the screen of your imagination? Just settle down and breathe. Stay in the witness. Stay in the place of the observer. You are perfectly safe, held and loved. Drop a little deeper. Call in your guides and angels, divine presence. Call in your light presence to fill you up with the energy of love and grace. Imagine it pouring in through the top of your crown, right through and into your being, and anchoring you into this life. Feel a sense of courage and determination to hold your space no matter what. And to hold the space with all the grace that you can possibly bring in and welcome into your being. Now look again at the screen and find the scene where you were the one causing and creating the conflict. That we could look through that lens just for a little while. And to the energy, radiate immense love. See what was behind all those moments. Stress and worry and fatigue and terrible anxiety, aloneness, disappointment, despair, hopelessness perhaps. What in that moment was spurring on this conflict that was arising inside of you, that you were not speaking about, but was erupting deep within you and exploding out into the scene around you? See that there was so much more underneath it, so much that we could not share. Feel inside of this, are there secrets, things that have been hidden? Just look deeply within it and feel it. And feel compassion to you in that role. And then imagine that while you were playing inside of that performance, in that moment, while you were playing inside of that, you are linked to many millions and millions of others who have found themselves in the exact same energy space, that eruptive, conflicting energy. From the witness to the image, to the multiple myriads of life connecting streams to all others who have known and felt to that place of high dispute, anger, rage and conflict. Imagine that you have through the one that was willing to experience it, and into the lives of all others who have also stood right inside of that energy frequency. You have a connecting cord, an energy synaptic cord. And if you can stay here without getting attached into it, and channel in the divine light and love into you and through you, then you can hold the space and you can beam upon those lines, through those lines like fiber optic light, traveling rapidly towards all the energy frequencies and imprints that were left through time where there was conflict. Our history tells us that we have been a most conflicted species. Imagine that just being willing to hold that energy and know it yourself, and know how deeply it affects us, and how difficult we can be in that moment, and how unreasonable we can be in that moment. We have connected now through this one that can witness to the image, the idea and the energy imprint of the one who created this, me, in that moment. and then to all others who hold the same vibrational frequency. Just imagine how far this energy can go. We ask that it goes back through time in the quantum field, forward, backwards, in the no time of time. Imagine that it could pour in like a healing balm to all the places of rage and anger and dispute and hate, fear and anger, revolution, whatever it is, whatever that conflict is. Let it heal that conflict. Let it pour into those places. We see this energy being traveled along on these magnetic lines, these fiber optic energy tubes. And imagine that we can clear the energy so absolutely from our own frequency. In the place where you are right now, activate the palms of your hands, rubbing them together, squeezing them, clapping them, and then pressing them together as hard as you can. Then gently begin to release that pressure and slowly let your hands begin to pull apart. And visualize here, right between the palms of your hands, this magnetic connection, as if you were pulling apart sticky glue. And so gently begin to pull your palms apart. Until your hands are about a soccer ball, a football width apart. And then visualize this beautiful energy ball that you are holding right here. You have energized your electromagnetic field to become more evident within the palms of your hands. Now so gently begin to squeeze on this little outer edge until it feels as if you have got a magnet that is turned the other way round. And you've got that little resistance going on. Just rest and relax and trust that you hold a magnetic field and that you are asking your energy field to become powerfully activated now. And when you can feel that little resistance, gently bring your fingers towards your throat and direct beautiful energy lines of white light energy radiating off your fingertips towards your throat, the seat of our willingness, our allowing, our trusting. And so gently we begin to pull this energy up and over the face without touching the head at all, over the top of the crown, over the back of the neck. And then imagine that you pull it down over your arms and flick the energy off your fingers. And then come on in again and take as many sweeps of this as you wish to take, like gently pulling off all the static, conflicting, difficult energy that we have been holding through all time, that has been imprinted within our being, that has come along for the ride until someone was willing to stand still and someone was willing to release and let it go. And we gently pull it off. With all my heart and all my soul, I ask right now that I can release and let go of this energy of conflict through all time, through all space, through all fields and dimensions, that I can do this for the ancient ones before me, to release these massive imprints, this energy of conflict and the distortion of it, to release it from that perspective of the oppressor. And I've known that well in my own energy. And then from the receiver, the victim as we see it. And gently pull this energy out from all perspectives of its awareness of its input and of its vibration through all time. I release this now, and I'm willing to release it from me, understanding that I do not need to come into conflicting energy to have my point of view heard and seen and recognized, that I see and recognize and value me, and there is absolutely no need for me to create conflict to be seen. At the same time, I release all the conflict that I have felt come towards me in the role of the victim, where I have felt oppressed and without voice. I hold this energy now, and I release this for all those who've gone before, who are unable to stand for their truth, stand for their rights, stand in their sovereignty. For all the women and the children who suffered at the hands of oppressors through all time, through all history, I ask now that the energy of conflict and all the wounds that are packed within that, immense wounds, we'll get to all of these. Gently and slowly we are going to release them. But just for now, releasing this one of conflict. With all my heart and all my soul, I ask that this be released now. Now relax your body. Rest your arms. And just breathe. Be really, really still. Beautiful you. Absolutely still. Feel that beautiful breath coming in. Breathe in. And out. In through the nostrils. Out through the nostrils. Feel that slowed down rhythm. Keep connecting in your own time. Counting up for about 5.5 seconds. Counting for the release for an equal 5.5 seconds. Relax your body a little deeper with each exhalation. While you are breathing and gentling your beautiful body, ask your being now, how am I? How am I holding this energy now? Could I sit in the place of witness and view the scene and feel absolute neutrality? And if it feels a little distorted still, go ahead and reconnect and sweep out the energy again in the magnetic field. Trust your being to complete this process and send a message to this mind-body being and thanking it for its excellence in being able to do all of this. And all we want to do is ignite it and begin the mechanism, begin the system of healing within us by sparking our imagination. Imagine yourself in that place of witness, feeling absolutely neutral. And then feel what it feels like in your body to be absolutely neutral. That it's perfectly okay. And I understand. I am seeing this through the eyes of grace. Beautiful you. So let's go into the healing codes now. The beautiful work of Alexander Lloyd. And I will bring his little prayer in, and you can use this prayer, or you can use any that you wish to bring in. We'll open up the energy here, and remember there are 4 positions that we will hold while we are doing this, and I'll guide you as we go. And then the first position is that we bring our fingers either connecting or just slightly apart, imagining that beautiful radiating white light energy coming off the fingertips and direct it here to the third eye. This will be the first position. And if at any time your arms feel heavy or tired and you cannot support this, just gently cup your face and hold the energy here. And support your elbows on a desk or a pillow or something if you feel like you really need to help your arms. And if you cannot use your arms or hands, just visualize it. The power of visualization is beyond what you can imagine. Just use that. First position here, directing towards the third eye. The second position is directing to the Adam's apple, the thyroid, here at the throat. And the third position is directing to the points of the jaw. And the fourth position, we direct the energy to the temples, just go slightly back to above the ears, and imagine that you are imprinting, connecting through these streams of energy coming off each of the fingertips right through to the pineal chakra in the middle of the cranium, right in the middle segment, just redirecting there. Okay, lovelies, let's do this together, and I will show you the prayer for those of you who would like to read it along with me or just listen to it. Just take a deep breath in. Now bring your hands up towards your third eye and direct the energy into this point. And I'll bring in the prayer. I pray that all known and unknown negative images, unhealthy beliefs, destructive cellular memories, and all physical issues related to the idea and the energy of conflict would be found, opened, and healed by filling me with the light, life, and love of God. I also pray that the effectiveness of this healing be increased by 100 times or more. Take a gentle breath in through the nostrils and a gentle release breath as you breathe out. See the image that you created where you are in absolute neutral space. Embed this image, these feelings that you are awakening of grace, harmony, and peace. Embed it right into the core, transmitting it right through to the center of your being. Beautiful you. Well done. And take a deep breath now, and we direct the energy to the throat. And you feel this beautiful energy coming into the throat. And imagine we are activating this with our thought and ideas. And here at the throat is our willingness, our sense of allowing, trusting, claiming. Hold that kind of energy right here at the throat as you radiate a new healing vibration through the tips of your fingers, coming from your gracious heart, directing towards this point of your being. I pray that all known and unknown negative images, unhealthy beliefs, destructive cellular memories, and all physical issues related to the emotion of conflict would be found, opened, and healed by filling me with the light, life, and love of God. I also pray that the effectiveness of this beautiful healing be increased by 100 times or more. Claim this energy here at the throat. Claim it. If you do not claim it, it cannot be claimed. Claim the sense of peace within you now. Beautiful you. Now direct the energy to the jaw and hold the energy here. And imagine that you are transmitting a new healing right through into your beautiful being, into the center and the core of your being. Say the prayer along with me, or just feel it in your heart. I pray that all known and unknown negative images, unhealthy beliefs, destructive cellular memories, and all physical issues related to the emotion of conflict would be found, opened, and healed by filling me with the light, life, and love of God. I also pray that the effectiveness of this healing be increased by 100 times or more. And just relax and breathe and allow. Trust. Drop your jaw. Relax the skin on your beautiful face. Let your eyes settle deeper into the sockets. Take a breath now and direct the energy here to your temples. And see the beautiful energy in your mind's eye moving right through the fingertips to the center of your mind, to the pineal chakra. And we ask in this place now, as we bring in our prayer, I pray that all known and unknown negative images, unhealthy beliefs, destructive cellular memories, and all physical issues related to the emotion of conflict would be found, opened, and healed by filling me with light, life, and love of God. I also pray that the effectiveness of this healing be increased by 100 times or more. And hold it there. Relax your shoulders now as you gently put your hands upon your face. And just relax here. Feel a comfort coming in. Feel as if a part of you, that higher self, your light being, as a guardian of life for you as you do this life. Let the light of your guardian, of the higher self, of the most divine, pour into you now through the top of the crown. Pour right through your beautiful being. Allow yourself to be very still here and just hold your energy. Place yourself in that idea of the witness observing the screen. And from that position, ask your being, how am I here now as I see what is being played in front of me? Can I hold the space with grace, with love and compassion? Can I see what is embedded behind each of these eruptions of pain? Can I translate that to the life that I'm in right now? That when I see these eruptive, distorted energies in the spaces around me, on the media that is played incessantly towards us, could I hold this space? Could I hold this space and anchor that energy that is so eruptive, so volatile. Could I anchor it and hold it in a way that will serve all life to come back to balance, to harmony, to peace? Wouldn't that be wonderful? That for every horrible thing that is revealed to us and shown to us, in all the ways that the media plays in our mind and manipulates our awareness, imagine we could use it and we could view it and we could bring a different energy in just by anchoring it and holding it in a different way with compassion and love. Imagine this world without conflict. Just imagine it. What a gift. Thank you for this work, and thank you for you, and thank you for holding the space so lovingly with such integrity. I honor you with my heart and my soul, and I thank you for being part of this excellent journey. So much love to you, my treasures. Many blessings. Hold your space now for as long as you wish to hold it. Bring your hands together and just feel the space, feel the energy, feel the goodness inside of your being. And for as long as you wish, hold the space, stay here. And let's see how we go as we anchor this energy that is being revealed to us through the media in a whole and a new way. Many blessings, my treasures. Thank you for you. Namaste. Many blessings. Thank you. Thank your guides, angels, and divine presence. And hold yourself inside of your beautiful pod. And when you move into the world again, just do so gently and easily. Make sure you drink a lot of water and have a beautiful, beautiful week. Take care.
Like a bird on a tree, I'm just sitting here. I got time, it's clear to see. From up here, the world seems small. We can sit together. It's so beautiful, you and me. We meant to be